Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. I am doing well, and thank you so much for joining me into the Empower Plus show. This is Damal Online Television, and if you're new here, I go by the name Diana Wambui Kimani. Thank you so much, and today I'm going to cover a very amazing topic because I'm going to talk about me. Yes, my story and why I decided to do advocating for people with disability, or being a voice to the voiceless, I would say. Yes. But before we continue, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Did you? Did you subscribe? Thank you so much. So as I was growing up, I faced a lot of challenges that came with language barrier. I was brought up in a rural area, and I am so thankful to my parents because they did their very best. Actually, bringing up a child in rural areas is not a mistake, it's a good thing because it's a phase, like you learn things in different areas. Like right now where I live, I'm learning new things, and I would say my background has taught me a lot. I have survived a lot of phases due to what I went through, but back then I never knew it was like something to strengthen me because being brought up in rural areas, I didn't know how to talk in good Swahili and good English. Of course you understand, yeah. And that moment when we were closing schools, my cousins and other family members from urban areas used to come to my place to say hi and to visit, maybe for Christmas and long holidays. But we never got along, and I was feeling bad because I really wanted to connect with them, but I could not. Why? Because of communication. I could not communicate, or rather, I would just talk. There is a difference between talking and communicating. So I would say something, and they will understand it in another different way. And sometimes they felt offended, and also I could feel offended because I was feeling like I am not heard, I'm not seen. But I don't blame them. I don't blame anyone because right now I'm a better person. I'm a confident person, thank God. That is why I decided to talk for people, to advocate, or to to make people understand it is okay to be different from anyone else, especially for people with disability. Disability does not mean like you're different, or you should not, or you should be ignored. It just means that you're differently abled. Yes. And I've come to realize that everyone is disabled in their own way. Like, for example, if you cannot operate this computer, that means you have a disability. And it's all right because sometimes we say we learn daily, we say we learn every other day. If you cannot operate a camera like this one, that means you're differently abled. The moment I realized that, I tried to gather my confidence, to bring myself together and make something out of my intimidation and frustrations. And that thing of language barrier came along with me until I got into Form 1. But then when I got into Form 1, I was being mocked by people because they were saying, Dana, you're very beautiful. I don't understand. I don't understand why you're talking like that. Like your accent, your accent. Everyone was talking about my accent. But when I got into Form 2, I got into music because I really wanted to get exposure. And my music trainer got me, like, he embraced me and he said, Diana, you have a very beautiful smile, and I think you can capture the whole congregation through your smile. So he put me in the front line, and I started gaining my confidence because for the first time there is someone who could see my smile, there is someone who could understand my beauty, and he embraced me. So like he gave me time to stabilize and get along with everyone else because I was seeing a bit different, but he could see the strength in me. I joined music and drama, and he gave me a solo verse. Like that poem you sing by yourself, and everyone else is watching. Yes. And the first time I was number two, I think out of 8 schools. Yeah, so my school was number two. And so that is when I started realizing, oh, so I can speak, I can actually um, do something in front of people. And he continued like that. He made me the prefect, no, not like the prefect, he made me the overall overseer of everyone else. I was giving instructions. I was telling people, no, don't do like this, do like this. And he was telling me, Diana, your voice is so strong, like you can do this, Diana, you can do this. So by that time, I started getting deeper into music and drama until I forgot. I got to school actually to learn, not for music and drama, but I felt like that is where I truly belonged. Yeah. So it's okay because my education or my grades started going lower, but my confidence, my self-esteem started going higher, and I feel like this is where I belong actually. I feel like this is what I do best. And so I embraced it. It went like that until I got into form three. Yes. And I was in number one in the whole country. And for the first time I saw myself in the magazines. Guys, that is where I knew you can actually change what people think or say about you. You only have to focus. You only have to, maybe, yes, have someone who is holding you, because it's very hard to do it by yourself, but it's very attainable. Right now, as I'm talking, I feel like I can communicate to anyone, and my confidence has taken me to people that I never thought I would, because people say I communicate well, like I can express myself. I think right now it's my greatest achievement, it's my strength, and I'm so happy about it. Yes, I struggled with low self-esteem during my those times, those years. Every and But right now, my turning point. No, no, no. But truth be told, it's not like I was lacking intelligence. It's not like I didn't have the potential. What I lacked is understanding, acceptance, and a chance to express myself without fear of judgment. Okay? That is why I advocate for this all. I'm using my experience to stand up for people who face similar challenges. Whether the disability is visible or invisible, physical or cognitive, temporary or lifelong, everyone deserves to be heard, seen, and appreciated. Disability does not bring inability. It does not reduce your worth. It does not take away your rights to belong. Too often, people with disability are spoken about instead, not with. Yeah. I think my first video or the second one. Yes, I said we should not talk about people with disability. We should talk to them. Okay? Like for example, if you do not know how to handle a computer, I should not go to my friends or my workmates saying Diana does not know how to use a computer. Yet I should say, can I help you with this one? Can I show you how to use a computer? So everyone deserves respect, deserves to be heard, to be given time and attention, and to be understood. After I finished Form 4, I was asking myself, what if my music trainer didn't get the time to hold me back together, to tell me I can do this? He was not patient. What if he was not patient enough to handle me as I was? You see, I could still be in the same place, maybe, or I could still be feeling the same way, and I could not be probably be here talking to you and telling people that you can do it. So if you see a person that needs help, do not be so quick to judge. Ask for permission to help them first, because everyone deserves to be heard. Okay? Yes. So this is not charity, it's not pity, this is justice, inclusion, and humanity. What does inclusion really mean? Inclusion is not just a word you put on. Inclusion is mindset, it's communication, commitment, and it's an action. True inclusion means providing accessible communication. Yeah, providing accessible communication, creating environment where people feel safe space to express themselves. Okay, educating others about disability instead of letting stereotypes survive. Okay, encouraging empathy rather than judgment. That is inclusion means building a world where no one is made to feel less than simply because they think, speak, or move differently. You understand? Yes. So this is a message to anyone who is struggling, just like was struggling 15, 20 years ago. Oh, I'm getting old. Did I just say 20 years ago? If you're watching this and you've been struggling and you felt ashamed of who you are, I just want you to know that you're not the first person you're feeling like this. I've been there. If you faced humiliation, intimidation, or dismissal, if you've been made feel small because society didn't understand or didn't know how to embrace your difference, please hear this. Okay? You matter, you're enough, your voice has power, your story has value, and you deserve to take up your space. Alright? Your challenges do not reduce your worth. Your uniqueness is not a weakness, it's a gift. And sometimes these challenges come to teach us or to give us or to show us our purpose. Because all along, even as I was starting my YouTube channel, I always wanted to be a voice for the voiceless. All along, like to speak for people, because so many people out here have things to say, things that matter, but they do not know how to express themselves. Okay? So many people are like me because of your accent, because of your you don't know how to speak in good English. I've been listening to a lady known as Afnan Khalifa. She's a lady, not just a lady. She's I think now 26 or 27, but she's the most successful woman. She was raised in Saudi Arabia, where women are not allowed to express themselves, are not allowed to drive. But Afnan got that power to move out of Saudi Arabia to I get no yes to Canada and started doing things on herself. Right now, she lives the life not many women out here are living, because she expressed herself, because she embraced who she was with her differences, with her inabilities, and actually she got through her life by herself. Can you imagine you being in a different country, no family, no friends, just you and yourself? That is where you gain your courage. That is where you bring yourself together. That is where you change your mindset and start accepting, like, really, I have to do this by myself. But guess what? All these challenges are meant to show you how strong, how successful you can be. These challenges are meant to show your worth in your society. Okay? Yes. Your confidence is built from your weaknesses. That is what I've learned from my experience and from someone like Afnan Khalifa. Okay? So, a message to everyone else and to those who are not living with disability but want to make a difference: start by listening, learn, engage, advocate, speak up when you see discrimination, make room at the table, and understand that inclusion is everyone's responsibility. You're not too weak, you're very strong. If you see people discriminating people out there, speak. If you see maybe a woman being beaten up by their husband, speak. If you see a child being harassed maybe by their parents or whoever, speak. Okay? I want us to include ourselves, like to be brothers keepers. Yeah. Do not just sit around when you see discrimination happening around. So today, I stand not as a victim of my past experience, but as a voice for change. I speak because those moments of humiliations taught me compassion. All right? I advocate because those years of intimidation taught me resilience. And I share my story because I know someone out there needs to change and needs to hear it. Let's build a world where no one is left out, where no one is feeling invisible, and where every person, regardless of ability, is heard, seen, and genuinely appreciated. Okay? Yes, thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting this message. And thank you for being part of community that believes in dignity and inclusion for all. Okay? If this message resonated with you, please like, comment, and share it with someone who might need encouragement today. Do not forget to subscribe to this amazing channel so you can be the first one to know when I post such videos. And yes, please share with your friends, with your family, and everyone else who needs to hear this. Together we can make a world that is more understanding. Okay? Yes, one voice. Thank you so much, and until I see you again, please take care of yourself.